Well, welcome everybody to Front Porch Chit Chat. My name is Zach, and I've got as our special guest today, Miss Hazel Peterson.
Hi, Zach.
Hey.
Nice to see you again.
You too.
You know, this young guy is the life of Wesley Palms, I'll say.
It's funny that you mentioned that, because I don't know if you've heard this before or not, but some people call you the mayor of Wesley Palms.
Oh, I heard that Eileen nominated me for mayor. I don't know, I'm not getting paid,
How do you feel about that, the
That's fine.
nomination?
because I love the people here,
Yeah.
you know, and if they want me as a mayor, that's fine with me. You know.
I'd vote for you. I definitely vote for you.
This Eileen, she's a kick in the pants, I'll tell you. Because I told her everything. When she came in, I was her hostess.
You do that a lot, don't you?
Yeah.
You work at the, what they call it, the newcomers table.
Yeah, well, every time they had somebody new come in, why, they'd say, Hazel, will you have dinner with them or lunch? And introduce them to, you know, take them around. Oh, I loved it.
Yeah?
So with Eileen, I spent a week and then 2 months.
Now, be honest, are you getting any little kickback for greasing the wheels with the newcomers?
Well, I thought I was going to, but I got 3 meals,
That's a good
3
deal.
meal tickets.
That's a good deal. Hey, I never turn down a free meal, ever.
Well,
Even if I'm already full, I don't turn down a free meal.
Good, I had some extra tickets, I'll have you for lunch when we open the dining room.
I love that. I love that.
But the marketing has been very good to me with that.
So what's your typical routine? You get somebody new. What do you plan to show them? What do you want them to see? What's
Well, usually I have lunch with them, or dinner, or sometimes lunch and dinner. And I tell them everything about that I can about what happens here at Wesley Palms, just what to expect. Because really, the care you get here is just outstanding.
You think so?
Oh, yes.
Me
From
too.
the day one that I moved in here. You know, I can't believe that the managers can call you by name after you've been here 2 days,
Yeah.
and they talk to you, and then you have all the housekeeping, maintenance. Everybody, they smile and they talk to you.
That is one of the things I really love about working here is that we're all like one big family.
We're one big family, you know,
Yeah.
and all the residents, they love it when a newcomer comes in because they all say hello. You walk by their table and they say, oh, you're new. They introduce themselves.
So can you remember what it was like when you were new here?
Yeah. Well, my kids moved me down here, and we came in April 1st, and the boys moved me into the cottage. I had a little cottage.
Wait, hold on. You moved into the cottages on April 1st.
Yeah.
Did you think they were playing an April Fool's joke on you?
No, because my daughter, I was down here 4 times before I moved in.
Okay, so you checked it out. You knew the lay of the
Oh, yeah.
land.
Yeah, and the care that was given to me, you won't believe, you know. So I was excited moving from Colorado, where I was leaving my friends, which a lot of them were gone anyway, because I lived there 26 years.
Wow.
And a big house, which I was glad to get rid of, and move closer to my family. Because
Gotcha.
I have a daughter and son-in-law here, and a granddaughter, and a grandson-in-law.
So you got all the family here, and so you're in Colorado. It's cold.
Yeah,
Everybody's
Yeah,
far
well,
away, and so you just come and check it out, and then one day just up and leave the snow and the cold, and you end up here just a few miles
Yeah.
from the beach.
I know.
Oh,
So my daughter had seen this place, and she came home at Christmas, and she brought the information and just left it with my Christmas cards that I got, that I didn't have time to read.
kind of snuck it in there. Just here, Christmas cards, there's a brochure.
This much snow, 12 below zero, and they all left, and I was lonesome. So I'm going through the cards, and then I come upon this folder. And I called my daughter and I said, well, what is this? And she said, well, we didn't have time to talk, Mom. So I left that for you to look.
So she planted that really well. She knew what she was doing.
Well, she didn't want to force me.
Yeah. That's good. That's really good. It's
Yes.
important.
So she said, how would you like to come down and look at it? I said, I'm ready. So in 3 weeks, I was here in January looking at it. Then I came in February and in March. And I was taken through the place many times. And went home to sell the house in January. No buyers. I was getting depressed. The boys came home, we had a moving sale. They loaded the U-Haul, and Karen and I flew down here, and they drove the U-Haul with everything that,
Oh, everything you wanted.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so they moved me in April 1st, and then they all left me. They left, this was Monday, my daughter had to go to Texas to a meeting, and my 2 sons had to go home, so here I was Wednesday all by myself.
You didn't know anybody yet? And
No,
do you remember who your first friend was when you moved in?
Gina.
Gina?
No. Oh, what's her name? Oh, she's on the first floor now. Played mahjong with her. That's a story I have to tell you. Oh,
You're quite the mahjong player, if I understand right.
yeah, I'm gonna lose up. I'm gonna forget how to play it. Oh, what is her name? But anyway, so Thursday, I thought, wow, I'll see what's going on around here. I'm kind of all moved in. The kids put pictures on the wall. My bed was made. Everything was pretty well settled.
I've been to your room before too. You've got quite a collection of kind of neat teapots.
Oh, yeah, my cookie jars.
Or cookie jars, that's right,
Yeah.
not teapots.
Oh,
I'm losing it, Hazel. Cookie jars.
the kids.
How many cookie jars do you have?
I think I have 14. I got rid of about 12.
Which one's your favorite?
The one that says the Three Stooges and golfing.
I like the Three
Yeah.
Stooges.
So anyway, they all left, and I thought, well, Thursday they have what they used to call, it wasn't a social hour, it was just to get together at 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
You could bring your own wine if you wanted to, but there was lemonade and water and popcorn, and that was it. You just got together in the club room. And I thought, well, I'll just go up and see what's going on. No music or anything. So I go in, I get me a glass of water. Nell Chapman.
Yeah, oh yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. So
So she kind of showed you around.
well, she called me over and she said, you're new here. And I said, yes, I introduced myself. So she introduced me to her friends that were at the table.
Yeah.
And she said, do you drink anything other than that? I said, oh, I have a glass of wine now and then. And she said, well, go get your clean glass. She opened up her walker, the lid on her walker. And took
She
out-
had wine stashed in her walker.
They all did. And poured me a glass of wine, and from then on, boy, I wrote home to all my friends and said, you gotta move down here. You can drink wine at 4 o'clock, and if you don't have it, the residents will give it to you. Oh, it was quite the thing. So that was every Thursday we got together.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So did everybody have different wines in their walker? Did you have to go like walker to walker and talk to people to see who had the best wine?
No, there was just a group there that, with Nell.
Kind of like the ladies club.
Yeah, that they invited me to sit with them, so I did, and I'd bring them, you know, we all drank Chardonnay,
Mm-hmm.
so I'd bring a bottle, and it was pretty fun. So that started it, and I got acquainted, I was on the newcomers table with, getting acquainted with people, and then I got elected to be a hostess for the newcomers. So for 2 years, on every Friday night, I was the hostess on Friday night for the newcomers.
How long did it take for you to get from being the newcomer and having people hustle you in with some wine to hosting? Was that within a year, a couple of years? Did it take a while?
2 months.
2 months?
No,
You were here 2 months and you're already like, I know the place, I'm gonna show everybody
No,
around.
3 months.
3 months? Okay.
You had to be on the newcomer's table for a month when you were new. You had to sit there for a month and it was very boring.
So you just jumped in with both feet?
Yeah. Well, yeah, and then after that, and not too long after that, they asked me if I would help on the birthday committee.
Uh-huh.
And I said yes, so I got to work with Thelma now for 6 years.
You guys do a lot of hard work for that.
Oh, we love it. Oh, Thelma is the sweetest person to work with.
I don't know if any of our viewers have been here for a birthday night, but they have this elaborately decorated table and they invite all the families and it's quite a rodeo getting birthday night to be a hit.
Thelma owns every decoration, all but the plants that are bought from the birthday committee, that decorates that whole table
For each month.
each month.
So like Halloween, you guys put out the pumpkins and the bats and the...
Everything is different. She's got a different decoration for every month of the year. And what a joy to work with. Why, we're just one person. And we've done it for, she's done it for, I think, 10.
Wow.
And I've done it with her for 6. We just have the best time.
Birthday night's it's a big hurrah. It's a big to-do.
Oh, yeah. You know, we love it. You know, I send out the invitations and I make sure that everybody knows that they're going to be there at the birthday table. She and I decorate and it's a lot of fun. And then Ed, Dick, and Lynn joined us. I asked them if because Thelma and I don't like the microphone. I will not get on the microphone.
See, and I find that so hard to believe because you're doing the talk show with me.
Well, that's different.
That's different.
Yeah.
We don't have an audience here.
No.
Just so you guys know, we don't have a live audience. We're just the two of us alone here in the solarium.
Yeah. Well, and it's like Ed, if he couldn't, see, he was working the baseball team all summer. The Rockies, not the Rockies,
The Padres.
Padres.
Yeah.
Ooh, Rockies, that's Colorado. But he's so good on the mic, and then when he couldn't be there, Lynn would do it.
Yeah.
So we were covered. Because it didn't suit Thelma and I. That's not my cup of tea. So there's been a lot of things going on here that they're pleasant, you know. But
Yeah.
then I
Now,
got,
I've heard rumors that with all the new people we've had moving in lately, though, the birthday night table is getting really full.
yeah,
And then you've had to tell people, like, well, no, you can't invite your third cousin to come sit at the birthday table with you.
they can't even invite their spouses.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just the birthday people. We had to, see, we couldn't set it up for 40 people.
What's the most birthdays you ever had in 1 month?
37,
Wow.
yeah. And so, and still now, it still goes to 30 with just the residents that have birthdays.
Without spouses, without friends,
Yeah,
without...
they can't, and a lot of them will not eat there without their husband or their spouse,
Yeah.
you know.
Don't want them to feel left out.
You know, so we kind of make sure they are seated close by and they still get a special birthday cake.
They get a VIP table.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
you know, so, but it's a lot of fun.
So you've come in here, you moved in, you didn't know anybody. Within 3 months, you're doing the newcomers table.
Yeah,
You said you've been doing the birthday committee for 6 years now. You've been here 7, so you started doing that the first year you were here.
yeah.
Have you always been like that, where like you get to a new place and you just become a part of it? Where'd you grow up?
In North Dakota and Idaho,
North Dakota and Idaho.
yeah.
Farm country.
But still, I was a waitress and bartender for over 50 years.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not hard for me to get acquainted with people.
So you say you're a people person.
I'm a people person. I love my work as a waitress. I had terrific bosses, wonderful people to wait on, and I love my job. That's why I give these people in the dining room so much credit.
Oh yeah, it's hard work.
They are so good for these young people. They smile, they never get nasty. You know, a few times I got nasty as a waitress.
Oh yeah. Well, you get tough customers sometimes.
But when you work with older people, they're so set in their ways that you're not going to please all of them.
No.
you know, but these kids, I don't call them kids, I call them young adults. But they're so pleasant, they're hardworking. And now with them going around to every room and giving you your food, and the patio homes.
Yeah, oh yeah, they're all over the place.
It's a lot of work and they're happy, they're, you know, always say, if you need anything, Hazel, let us know, we'll go get it for you. You know, it's pretty special. But you've got housekeeping and you've got management, the whole staff are just wonderful. You know, I can't complain about one thing, other than they serve too much food. Now that they bring us
Too much food?
Well,
Now, I always wonder about this. There is a very good dessert every night.
oh, I know it.
What's the trick? Do you like have to be really disciplined and say, you know what, tonight I'm not gonna have dessert? Do you have dessert every night?
No,
No, okay,
I'm not a dessert eater.
okay.
Now, what's
See, I'm a dessert eater. I would have a hard time living here and not gaining weight. With every night another delicious dessert.
See, in the dining room, you could order a half meal.
Okay,
Now with the dining room closed and we're doing it this way, you're given the full meal. And it bothers me because I don't eat that much.
yeah.
You know, I order breakfast and dinner.
You skip lunch or do you cook lunch yourself?
No, yeah, I cook my own lunch, or I'll have a sandwich or something. Sometimes I don't have breakfast, I'll have my own cereal at home,
Yeah,
you know, but there's too much food at night. Now, like tonight, I'll just have a salad and soup, because I can't eat that much at night to go to bed.
yeah.
But the food is good, I'll tell you. I don't have to shop for it, I don't have to cook it, I don't have to clean up after it.
And that is nice.
Yeah,
That is
it
nice.
is. And the cooks are great.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Chef Todd does
Yeah.
an amazing job.
You know, I always look at, if I hear somebody complaining about things at Wesley Palms, I get kind of upset.
Really?
I do, and
Do you say something to him?
I said, you know, the way I look at it, I think, thank God that I can afford to live here. You know, especially now when this is why I don't watch TV or the news. You see so many families that are going hungry.
Yeah. People are out of work, the virus
Out of
is.
work, yeah, it's very sad, so I thought, don't complain, you know, you're pretty lucky,
Yeah,
you know.
we are. We're very lucky.
You know,
I'm lucky that you were willing to be a guest on our first episode. This is our first episode of the Front Porch Chit Chat, and thought it'd just be nice to just get together and talk.
How many are you gonna have?
I don't know. I think we'll do it indefinitely at least until this virus stuff
Yeah,
is over.
do you know how long we're gonna be, have you heard?
I haven't heard a word.
I haven't either.
I know right now some of the restaurants are starting to open back up in San Diego. Some of the stores are starting to open. Now they have to have very strict protocol, and
Yeah.
I think some of the restaurants are eating at half capacity because you can't have people close together. Like we had to put our
Yeah.
table between us, our
Yeah.
6 feet here.
Well, I did watch that on TV the first night they opened, that they moved out so many tables,
Mm-hmm.
but people have to wear a mask to go in, but then they can take it off.
That was the thing I was wondering about. They said you have to wear your mask except for when you're eating or drinking. So
Yeah.
does that mean you're
Yeah.
taking it off, stuffing food in your mouth, and then putting it back on real quick?
Well, right now, I think it's too soon, and I don't care about going to a restaurant.
Yeah.
I'm afraid of I don't think they have it under control enough. I think they're working too fast on it.
Yeah.
And so many more people don't have to be sick and die, you know, but
Do you feel like we're pretty safe here?
oh, I feel very safe here, yes. Yeah, they run it pretty close, here, there.
We've got a tight ship.
You bet, you bet. I mean, they test everybody that comes in,
Mm-hmm.
you know, all the employees have to be tested,
Yep, I got tested last week.
yeah. And, yeah, I do feel safe. I felt safe ever since I moved in here.
So are there any other benefits you can think of? Before the show started, me and Hazel were talking. She said the one benefit to wearing the mask is...
Yeah, I don't use lipstick. I don't put too much makeup on at all because you cover it up all day long. I put a lot of grease on my face, but you can see no makeup.
Yeah.
But I've got the bad eye, I can't see to put the makeup on anyway, so it doesn't matter.
You had a pretty crazy little adventure with that.
Oh,
Gosh.
and it's not over with, I might have to have it removed.
Oy. How do you feel about that?
If it gets rid of the pain, fine.
Yeah.
And I don't complain about losing it, I have one good eye and I thank God for that. And you can get along without one. Good, something good of everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, so when I told the doctor, he said, well, we'll try and give you shots to bring the eye back. And I said, no, you won't. I've got one good one. I'm not going to live 87 more years to wear that one out. And he said, okay, we'll let it go with that.
Hey, lucky we come with spare parts, right? You got 2 eyes, you got 2 ears, you got 2 kidneys, you got
2 legs.
2 legs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, and it just came on so fast that it was terrible. But I could have had a major stroke with the terrible pain.
So did the infection start from a surgery, or did it just kind of start out of nowhere?
I had the surgery and they always leave one little hole open to let it drain from the back home. And somehow a little thing got into that little hole. After 3 years, and just overnight, my eye was totally infected with a vial of bacteria in back of the eye that they had to shoot me in the eye to drain it out, and I think they heard me scream in Seattle. Oh,
God, I can't
because he
imagine.
drove,
So they stuck a needle into your eye?
yeah, and see, they couldn't deaden it because the infection was so bad. And then he had to do 3 shots of antibiotics in after that.
Boy,
So I screamed and screamed and screamed.
I remember we missed you. We all missed you a whole bunch.
I had a lot of phone calls.
Yeah.
I was at my daughter's for a month because I had to have drops put in my eye. The first week I had every hour drop put in that eye.
Boy,
And my granddaughter from Reno came down and took care of me while my daughter worked for the first week. So I was lucky there. But with all the antibiotics and everything they had to give me every day, I couldn't come back here,
yeah.
you know.
We missed you. I think
couldn't.
everybody realized why you're the mayor of Wesley Palms. So they nominated you the mayor of Wesley Palms. You do so much. You help us out at the bingo. You help us out at the palm tree store, the newcomer table. Everybody was wondering when you were coming back, and I just know that we're all really glad to see you back.
Well, I miss working in the palm tree too, because Herm and Raul are the sweetest peoples to work with, and Joan and Becky, and we have such a good, and Sally, we
Yeah.
just have such a good time. But I called bingo too when I first came.
Did you?
Remember that, the wheel thing?
Oh yeah, you had the wooden balls, and you had to do the tumbler.
Yeah, Claire was calling bingo for years.
You were the one that took over after Claire?
Well, when she would take time off, then I'd fill in for her.
Okay.
And then I took over, and then I think Tony didn't he?
Tony filled in a lot, yeah.
But I couldn't learn this other thing that you're doing, that's too drastic.
Yeah, we do the bingo numbers on the iPad now, and it's handy because you have the big screen, which is nice.
Yeah. But yeah, I helped Claire with that too, and I liked it, you know, but there was a room full when I called bingo.
Yeah, we have about, I'd say about a dozen people that are playing. We've been doing bingo over the phone ever since the whole COVID-19 situation started, since we can't get together. And I don't know, I like it. I think it's fun.
Are you gonna continue that for a while?
Yeah, until we can get together in person,
Yeah.
we're gonna keep doing it on the phone.
I miss the birthday nights.
I do too.
you know,
I miss the birthday cake.
yeah. But I do because Mike would send me the list of birthday people, and I'd send out the invitations. And then they'd all send them back to me as they were coming to be at the birthday table. And the ones that didn't send it back, I'd call them to make sure that they got, you know.
It's a lot of work.
But it was fun work,
Yeah.
you know. And it wasn't hard.
I guess that is the beauty of being retired. You get to do the things that you want to do,
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
things you have to do.
Well, well, you'll get there one day.
If I'm lucky.
Yeah, you will. But you're studying to be an RN.
That's true. That's true.
And you're gonna be terrific.
Thank you.
If I get sick, I want you as an RN at the hospital that I go to.
That's a deal. That's a
Okay.
deal. But I'd rather you not get sick.
How long is it gonna be, Zach?
A couple more years. I'm finishing my associates the end of this month, and then I'll be applying for nursing school this fall.
Oh, good. Are you going to school, or
Yeah. Oh yeah.
you're doing it online, aren't you?
Yep. Everything switched to online. Just been kind of interesting for my ballroom dance class.
Oh,
Yeah, we're doing ballroom dance online now.
wonderful.
Yeah, so you've got 15 people all at their houses stepping around with no partner. It's kind of
Oh, well, when are you gonna start teaching it here?
oh gosh, I might have to take a few more semesters. I'm not what you'd call a natural,
Oh, that's fun.
but it's a good time. We learned a whole bunch of different solo moves. So we were learning salsa, foxtrot, and rumba.
Oh,
And we did a whole bunch of salsa shines. The salsa shines are like the solo dance moves,
oh,
kind of the flair to show off.
and you're doing that online?
Yeah, we do that online
How often?
every Friday. Actually, after we get done with the interview here, I'll go home tonight and I'll do a 2-hour dance class. Yeah, it's fun. It's
That's
fun.
good, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I always hear you take off in your motorcycle at 5:30, and I said, well, there goes that.
Is it that loud?
No, I like the sound of it.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. No, I live on that side of the building.
You do, yeah. You actually are right at the end,
Yeah,
right down near where I park.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I can hear you coming to work and going home at night.
So, you ever do the motorcycle thing? Did you ever have a boyfriend that rode a
My
motorcycle?
husband did.
Your husband had a motorcycle?
Oh, yes, we had one. He was in the Navy. We took it to Hawaii. And we rode all over Oahu on the motorcycle.
Oh, gosh, I bet that was fun.
Oh, yeah, you could go places on the motorcycle where you couldn't in the car.
Mm-hmm.
And so we take off in the motorcycle. I did learn to drive it,
Yeah,
but I was scared of it, so I rode in the back.
they can be
Yeah.
dangerous.
He,
So how did you guys get into Hawaii? Did you take on a boat? Did you take a ferry, or did you?
no, he was transferred in the Navy.
Oh, you guys lived in Hawaii?
Yeah, we lived there for 2 years.
You never told me you lived in Hawaii.
Yeah, on Oahu,
Oh.
Pearl. Yeah,
That's amazing. When was that?
1970 to 72.
And what was Hawaii like in the 70s?
Well, they didn't like us.
What?
No, because the military had beautiful housing and everything.
Yeah.
And the people there, they were jealous of us. They were kind of nasty to us.
Really?
Yeah, because we had our own commissaries
Mm-hmm.
and our exchanges. We could buy all of our stuff, from practically nothing, liquor stores and everything,
Yeah.
and we had good housing. We had a 4-bedroom, 2-bath house and banana trees and a coconut tree over the shed of the carport. A real nice house. And you got it all furnished. They didn't want you to take furniture there, it cost too much, and, to ship it over.
Oh.
So,
So the Navy took good care of you.
oh yeah, we had a pretty good time there. Schools weren't that good.
Did you
because-
have, were you raising kids when you were in Hawaii?
Oh, yeah, had 3 kids, yeah,
Oh, wow.
yeah, but my daughter had a terrible time.
She didn't like Hawaii?
Well, she didn't like the school because they were mean to her. My daughter's smart,
Uh-huh.
and she's one of these that it sticks in her brain and she never forgets it. And so she would write essays and everything, and they would say, well, it's too much, you'd give her a D. Yeah. She'd spend hours at the library, you know, doing an essay and things.
Huh.
I had to go to school many a time.
So she was happy to leave Hawaii.
Well, we had good times because we would go to the beach all the time. You know, I worked at, was a volunteer at Tripler Army Hospital. I worked with dental. I could have come back and been a dental assistant.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but that was exciting because they were the dentists in Tripler were very good to us, the volunteers.
So you've been a bartender, you've been a dental assistant. We know you're the birthday committee. You're not the chair, are you the chair of the birthday committee? Is there a chair of the committee?
No.
No, okay.
It's just the group.
What other hidden talents do you have besides being a dental assistant?
I worked in a mortuary.
You worked in a mortuary?
Yeah, I worked in a mortuary for 2 years.
What'd you do there?
I was secretary.
Okay, so you weren't like putting the formaldehyde in the bodies and...
I helped dress little ladies and comb their hair and stuff, yeah.
You did?
Yeah,
Oh my gosh, what was that like?
they didn't talk to you.
God, I hope
You
not.
got the last word in. Oh, and the group that I worked with were just wonderful, I'll tell you. The embalmers and all, they
Yeah.
were very good people.
The mortician.
Morticians, yeah. Yeah, but I got tired of waiting tables and I thought I would do something different. So I put in my application for that and they hired me.
How'd you find out about this job? Did it pop up in the newspaper or
In
did?
the newspaper.
Okay. You didn't just wake up one morning and said, I think I want to work for a mortuary.
And I thought, gee, I'd be good at that, you know?
Yeah.
I could talk to people about, you know, because I had lost members of my family and all.
Oh,
It's scary.
that's weird that we're talking about mortuaries and the door just cracks open. Do you believe in ghosts?
No,
No? Okay. Well, then I guess we got nothing to worry about.
no, I don't believe in ghosts. But it was interesting, and I quit because a little baby died, and they had her in the bassinet, and they wanted me to dress her and put her in before cremation, and I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
And I said, no, I've had enough, I'll go back to waiting tables.
I don't blame you.
Yeah.
Look.
But it was interesting.
And you were there for a couple of years?
Yeah,
Wow.
so, you know, you do a few things in life, you get bored, so do something else.
Yeah, I can relate to that.
I even cleaned houses one time for 6 months to get away from waiting tables. I made good money.
Oh, yeah. If you do a good job,
Yeah.
especially.
And I would go in and they'd say, well, how much do you charge when they have an interview? And I'd say, well, I have to look at your place first.
Yeah.
And when I look at their place and I say $30 an hour, they'd say, well, I'll do it myself. Well, you wouldn't clean it, that's why I knew they wouldn't hire me.
Yeah.
Because it was filth.
Oh, yeah.
So I got the choice
Yeah.
of houses.
You were smart about it.
Yeah. So, you know, and I was off weekends, you know, I do 3 houses a day. And I work 3 days. So I make
Good money.
good money, yeah. So I did that for a while and back to waiting tables.
What kind of restaurant? Was it always the same? Did you go back to the same restaurant or bar every time? Or
No, I worked in real places.
the fine dining?
Fine dining. I waited on Sammy Davis Jr. and Dean Martin and then at Lake Tahoe, yeah, nice.
Wow.
At Frank Sinatra's joint.
Did you know Frank?
I did not like that man. He was mean. He was with the group that I waited on with Dean Martin.
Yeah.
And his place was beautiful, teddy bears all over the walls, and,
Teddy bears.
yeah, he collected teddy bears,
I didn't know that.
yeah. But he was with the mafia,
Yeah.
and he finally lost his license, and he could never own a place in Nevada again because the black book with the mafia.
Wow.
But Dean Martin gave me a $50 tip. He's the only one that ate. And they just sat around with him. Sammy Davis Jr. was the nicest gentleman you would ever meet.
Really?
Yeah,
I can see that.
very special, nice man. You know, but Frank Sinatra was mean, you know.
To you or to
No,
the
just-
people you sitting with?
Just his attitude,
Yeah.
you know, you didn't cross that man. You know, but I just waited on the table and, but I worked in nice places. But then I got tired of those places too, so I went to the mom and pop restaurants,
Yeah.
like Denny's.
Yeah.
Loved it, loved it.
I get why you can get along with anybody.
That's what I liked the best, was the smaller, the restaurants, and you got the same people a lot of the time,
You have your regulars.
yeah, and you had.
You have people who come in and they ask, I want Hazel to take care of me.
That's true,
Yeah.
yeah. But, yeah, I've had an interesting life. You know, met a lot of people.
I love getting to talk to you. I can't believe you never told me that you met Dean Martin and Frank Sinatra. I can't believe I've never heard that story
Well,
before.
we never get to talk,
This is true. I'm glad that we've gotten a chance to today.
you know, because I've always admired you because you're so good to everybody. You know, you're friendly, you're a good-looking guy. You know, we're too old. But everybody here loves Zach.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, we all do, yeah.
I think we have that in common. Everybody I know loves Hazel.
Yeah, but, and Tanya's, she's good.
Oh,
You guys do a terrific job
Thank you.
for what's going on here. You're sure keeping everybody busy.
It's keeping us really busy.
Oh.
We've had to learn to rewrite the whole book,
Yeah,
doing everything instead of in big groups, one-on-one or over the phone or on the computer.
yeah.
This is one of our other experiments
Yeah.
is, hey, let's do a talk show, because why not?
Yeah, but oh my gosh, you know, you'd think, we lost the gym, we can't go to the gym.
Mm-mm.
And are they using the swimming pool?
People are allowed to be in the swimming pool. They have to wear their masks when they get out of the pool though.
Yeah,
And they still have to keep their 6-foot
Yeah.
distance.
but we can't do our putting, which I miss,
Yeah.
our every Friday night putting. Oh, our Friday morning putting.
You,
I
do
miss
you think
that.
you'll have some extra competitors when you start back up?
Well,
Do you think you'll have new people coming out because
we
they
have
can?
a few that just started.
There's a guy I keep seeing him. I see him down there all the time. Now people are still going down and practicing.
Yeah,
I don't know if they're supposed to or not, but I know.
yeah, you can, yeah.
Yeah, people go down there and practice.
What's his name?
Phil,
Yeah,
he's down there all the time.
yeah. Yeah, we have, and when I started there, what was his name? He lived here, he was a little guy from Korea. And the nicest guy, and he was about the only one that was on the putting green. And then Ed Dick came in at the same time that I did. And so he started this group of golfing. And I was the only woman.
Really?
Yeah, so that kind of made me feel funny. So then I got to talking to Joan Bolin, and I said, get down there.
Joan's a good golfer.
Well, she won 3 trophies.
She doesn't mess around.
That was her deal, was golfing. She loved golfing. Let's see, who else did I bring in there? Well, Dee, I got her in there.
Dee's also very good.
Oh, yes. And Dee said, oh, I haven't golfed for 25 years. And she does a good job. And Mary,
Mm-hmm.
married.
So you were kind of the spearhead of the ladies in the golf
Yes,
competition.
yeah, I've got them to come down and golf with us.
I never knew that either.
Yeah.
That's why they call you the mayor.
But now we haven't golfed since, I haven't golfed since February.
Yeah. Well, I'm hoping we can stay healthy and we can ride out this storm and.
Yeah, as long as no one gets sick here, you know, that's why they're doing such a wonderful job of.
We've been really fortunate that, yeah, nobody's gotten sick and everybody's, worn their masks, they've kept their distance and
Yeah,
it's been good.
they drive me crazy, but I stick with the rules.
What would be the first thing that you would want to do once all this opens up? Once they say, okay, the virus is cleared, it's safe to resume normal life, what would be the first thing you want to do?
Go to have dinner in the dining room.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Get to see everybody again. Yeah.
and sit at the table with Eileen and Rolla and her. The four of us sat together most every night. And then once a week, why, B. Rogers and Mary and Joan and I would have our little wine party together on Thursday night. We'd get a table and bring our own wine.
Nice. Nice.
So, yeah, I miss eating with people. You know, it's terrible to eat alone.
Yeah, it's one of those things that you don't think about until you can't do it anymore.
I know when I was at home by myself when my husband passed away, I'd eat over the kitchen sink, you know?
Yeah,
Didn't want
you just
to-
don't care.
Yeah. You know, but then I'm being here for 7 years and eating with people, you know, and the conversations and everything that you'd have, because everybody's wonderful.
Yeah.
This is a group of people like, nobody will believe it until they
So
come
many
and live here.
interesting people.
Yeah,
Yeah, this is to live fascinating lives.
yeah. Because everybody gets along, they all speak to one another, everybody smiles. If there's grouches, I stay away from them.
They're few and far between.
Yeah, there are,
Yeah.
very few.
Well, Miss Hazel, I'm looking at the time. We've been chatting for 30, 40 minutes now. We've got a show. We've got
We
some
got a
content.
show.
Is there anything, any last thoughts that you'd like to leave with our viewers as our first guest on Front Porch Chit Chat?
Just stay healthy, do what they tell you here, wear your masks. Don't go out and eat in restaurants right now, wait till they get things a little bit more perfect, you know? I think they're doing it too soon. And I'm just afraid there's gonna be more sickness, another wave of it. So if everybody just pays attention to what they're supposed to be doing, we're all gonna stay healthy.
Yeah. Speaking of which, cover your nose.
Yeah. But the steam's up my glasses,
I know. I've heard that problem from a lot of
Yeah.
people.
you know, I wore the lighter one today because I have to wear my glasses, but no, everybody's been pretty good about following the rules. I think
Yeah.
Ben has been pretty happy about it,
Good.
you know. Our front porch should be too.
Well, I'm so happy that you were our willing guest today for this fun new experiment of doing our own talk show here at Wesley Palms.
I couldn't ask for a better guy than you. That's why I didn't hesitate when I said, yeah, I'll do it.
Well, thank you, Hazel.
Okay.
I'm very, very grateful. Let's say bye to our audience. Thanks for watching. If you made it this far, I'm glad you hung in there with us.
Things are gonna get better.
Yes, they are.
They are.
They are.
I have it. Just have the faith, right?
I couldn't agree more. I
Just
could not
have the
agree
faith.
more.
And one thing about it, if you having trouble, call Zach. He's good to talk to.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, feel free to give me a call.
Yes.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Good talking to you. See you.